and affection. You turn away and never look at my direction. So if I keep it down and never let them up instead, will it all be worth it in the end? Now it's all about this beauty and perfection. I used to think that I could look past your jaded side. I'm sick of getting on my knees and begging you, please. My heart breaks from the way you look at me. It makes me cry. It's the way I fall apart. I fall apart. I fall apart. can't change it, I'm sorry.
What's going on, everyone? Hey, this is Nick Incognito here for another stream. Hey, we're doing Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, I don't have my camera on again. That I'm standing up. I'm doing some exercise in place. Hey, I'm doing good, Bella. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hey, we're gonna be playing some Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna be roaming around, and we're just gonna be discussing general topics today. You know, anybody got any questions? Hey, feel free to put them in the chat. You know, let's have a good time. Yesterday, I actually did stream yesterday. And the funny thing is, when I got done with the stream, just as I was getting ready to end the stream, what's my stream schedule for the upcoming days? It varies right now. I mean, it's because usually I'm supposed to be working right now. And so I set my streams to like, hey, it'll be like 5 p.m., you know, generally every day. Mondays I am not streaming because I got things I got to do. But generally, like I said, usually 5 p.m. every day. On the weekends, it's, you know, I have a schedule up on my channel that I did put up. But if I'm not working during the day, you know, I may go earlier. It's not really a big deal because you know what, people come in, people come go. Hey, it's great. You know, so generally I do try to, like, if I go like super early, I'll put it up on the schedule. Like if I know. Yeah, I do play other games. I play Final Fantasy X. I play. I just picked up Rise, Son of Rome. That one I did a stream on. But generally speaking, I'm just going to be doing this type of game. I wanted to do a game catcher and stream Final Fantasy XI because I found a free copy and I'm playing on a private server. But for some reason, Streamlabs is unable to capture it. I'm trying to figure out how to get around that. But generally, I like to play this game, and you know. But like I said, if you know, if I get a lot of people come in and a lot of them say, "Hey, have you tried checking out this game?" Sure, I'll check out another game. But right now, you know, I'm here just to have fun, and this is a hobby for me right now. So, yeah. So, well, like I said, for anybody who was attempting to watch yesterday, as I got done with the stream, I realized I forgot to hit record. So as I get done, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. I did not hit the record button. So that was great. But I did just add to my streamings where I'm streaming on. I am now streaming on Twitch. I'm adding Facebook, but I'm only doing Facebook for certain things because, like I said, most of the people who be watching that is going to be like friends, family, you know, if they so choose. And, you know, and if I decide I'm going to go on a fucking rant, you know, whether it be political or something like that, you know, I really don't want my friends or family to be seeing that because most of them don't really give a fuck about that type of shit. But like I said, I had, you know, with things that happened yesterday with Congress, specifically the Senate, where they passed a 95 billion foreign aid package, and I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I went off on a tantrum about that, and then I got into other things, you know, and you know, some other political stuff, and you know, it just felt really nice getting it off my chest. And then, like I said though, when I saw, it's like, hey, you didn't hit record, so it's like I didn't. It's you know, basically it's like, oh hey, I basically felt like I didn't stream, you know, unless someone happened to catch it live. But you know, it is what it is. So, but you know, I just want, I did some nice shout outs to people who I'm friends with, people who I do follow streaming, you know, people like Razor Fist, Heels versus Babyface, Neurotic. A shout out to a friend of mine, Kino Reviews, who he does some really good stuff too. You know, if you've heard all those people, hey, check him out. I mean, yeah, sure, if you want. Am I familiar with you? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I don't have a problem. As I'll follow usually generally about anybody. I mean, unless you just some bad stuff that I don't care. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Just give me a follow, Bella, and I'll follow you back. You know, when I'm done with the stream. You know, so but I mean, you know, what was I saying? You know, oh yeah, but yeah, if you yeah, if you know any of those people, hey, you know, give them a follow. You know, especially if you like the content that they do. You know, I got another friend I'll give a shout out to. Is Carlin Borisenko. She does a lot of good stuff. If you're really worried about like what's happening within the school systems and generally with if you don't like communists and socialists, she's one who you should go and follow. You know, so she's really on that. She's probably the best best knowledgeable one. So give a shout out to her. So, but well, anyways, yeah. So when I looked at the what Congress did, I got really so fucking pissed. I couldn't believe those wow, those cocksuckers. You know, again showing they don't. You know, I went on about how much they don't really give a crap about the people they're supposed to be representing, the people they've sworn an oath to. You know, and that's, you know, that really sucks. You know, it's just it's amazing that they're giving billions and billions. Actually, at this point, what, trillions of dollars out over the years to other countries, a lot of whom only care about the money. They're like, you know, it's just like, what is it? When Trump went over to NATO, and when he stand before them and he's like, hey, you know, we're putting out all this money and hey, you all should, like, I don't know, fucking have your fair share. I mean, this is what you all agreed to. Fucking the United States, we're not a piggy bank. And, you know, they're all like, hee, they're laughing, they're goofing, they're like, oh, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And what the fuck are they doing now? Oh, that's right, they're all like, we can't fucking rely on the U.S. to come save our fucking asses, so we better fucking dump a shitload of money into our own militaries. Yeah. They were using our military as a fucking world police. So this is where they can sit there and be like, oh, look at all these great programs, these social programs. Basically, they were socialist type programs and all that. Yeah, that's what socialists would say. You know, look, see, we're giving our citizens, you know, they'll say free healthcare, but it's taxpayer funded. Yeah, hold on, give me a sec. Let me just check my phone real quick. It hasn't shown up. If you follow me on is it? I just follow you on Twitter and hope you follow back. I haven't seen you pop up yet in my notifications. Let's see, just in case. No. When I see you pop up in my thing, I'll let you know. Actually, you know what? Let me do a search for you. Bella 12 thing. I don't know. I think you might have followed the wrong person, but here. Yeah, it says Bella Dane at Bella 12 Dane, little elves or something that you have for on your follow. So there, I gave you a follow. Cool. So Anyway, so what was I saying? Uh, oh yeah, piggy banks. Yeah, so basically, now they're all freaking out that we can't rely on the U.S. and all, and so what they were doing is they were using our military, because they were like, well, the U.S. military, and this is indirectly too, by the way, like, they're spending all that money to keep the shipping lanes for out, and it basically is, hey, with the U.S. spending so much on their military, we don't have to spend so much on our militaries. We can put up all these social programs, while the U.S. is just dumping money into making sure the shipping lanes are safe, making sure that we have world peace at the promise that if a country like attacks somebody, it's like, oh, the U.S. is going to come in, it's going to annihilate them, and hey, if you want to do that, hey, that's cool, pay us then. We're not going to spend all our money, all our resources, sacrifice our men and women, and you're not at least going to contribute towards what we spent. And granted, you can't replace our men and women who get killed, but you can at least be like, hey, we'll pay for your services. I mean, shit, if we're just going to give away for free, we might as well get paid. Might as well. But see, then if they start doing that, then they can't have a lot of the little fancy programs. They can't sit there because they, a lot of people, a lot of countries, they, specifically their citizens. Let me put it that way. They like to rub it in our face, like, well, we have free healthcare, taxpayer funded. That's something they don't tell you, okay? And it's like, well, we have all these great social programs and all that. I'm like, hey, that's cool. That's because you don't spend your money into the military to defend yourselves. Because if someone attacks you, you'll come crying like, U.S., please protect us. It fucking happens all the time. I don't get me wrong. Not saying they don't have militaries at all. They do. But now with this shit that's happening that's been happening for a while in Ukraine with the Ukraine-Russia war, and guess what Europe's doing? Europe, I just remember I saw it. I forget who it was. Maybe it was it the president of France or was it Macron? I'm not entirely sure. But he sat there and he was just like, I'm pretty sure it was him. And he said, by the way, I just got told I yet again don't have work tomorrow, so I'll be probably streaming earlier tomorrow. Yay me! I'm gonna go bitch at my company because this is ridiculous. But anyway, so he sat there and he was just, it was either him or it was another politician. I can't remember, but they said it's like, we need to make a European army. I'm pretty sure that came from Macron, but that was before the Russian Ukraine war broke out. But then now they're all talking about, now they're all like dumping money. They have to dump money into their militaries. I know I heard Germany's doing that. I heard a couple other countries is doing that. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. Guess what? And someone pointed this out. Fucking Trump was telling them all to go fucking do that. If they would have been doing that, starting that years ago, they could have been well more prepared for now. For the possibility that they're going to go and, I don't know, I guess they think they're going to go take on Russia or something. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to see a war. But hey, if you want to go fight it, be my guest. Me? I've done my fighting. I did a couple tours. And I don't want to go back to fighting. I was just like, if I go back to fighting, it's because, motherfucker, you're coming into my country. You're attempting to come over here. And we'll go ahead. We'll have a little fight. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I win. Maybe I lose. I don't know. I don't want to fight. Not interested anymore. I just want to live life, raise my daughters. But still, anyways. What else was I saying? So, Now you can imagine all this money now they're going to put into their, and I'm pretty sure I heard this too, was since now they're putting money into the militaries, they're starting to cut back on their programs. All these programs that their citizens, always would say, try to rub it into Americans' faces, be like, oh look, we have this healthcare, we have this, we have that. You're not gonna have it really soon. They're just gonna be like, oops, we don't have it anymore. Oops, you know. And then I'm gonna sit there and laugh because yes, and then they're gonna come to a realization that hey, the reason why we had these programs is because the U.S. military was there to protect us. You know, whether it be directly or indirectly. Because remember, we have the U.S. has military bases all over the world. You know, and I never, you know, every time when someone's like, you know, the U.S. empire and shit like this, I'd be like, no, we're not. We're not trying to, you know, conquer but you know what? We have like what hundreds of military bases around the world. How is that not empire is? So when someone's like, hey, the American empire, it's just like I really can't fucking argue against them because the first thing they're gonna say is, well, you got like 400 plus bases. I heard it could be as high as 800. You know, and we're talking about not big bases. They're going to be small little places, maybe less, you know, big enough for like less than 30 guys or something. But we have all these fucking, you know, medium to small bases, and some of them could be considered COBs or FOBs. Okay, you know. And it's just like, oh, I don't know why I was fucking going up there. And how can I argue against that? Now, personally, I think we should just fucking close all those bases down. Except there are a few. I would honestly, there are a few key places to where I was like, legitimately, we could keep them just for the sake of, hey, as a deterrence. Okay? The base that we have in South Korea, the base that we have in Japan, and I would say the one in Germany and the one in Italy. Fine, if you want to keep those, but we close the rest. You know how many tens of billions of dollars we will save just by closing all the foreign ones except for maybe those 4. Now those 4 would be still expensive. I mean, if we were to close those 4 main ones that I just talked about, yeah, those alone would bring back tens of billions of dollars, and if we keep the rest open. However, it's not the point is. The point is, I'm tired of the U.S. military being looked at as a fucking empire. I'm tired of the U.S. military, you know, my brothers and sisters, being used to keep the world at peace when it's not even our fucking problem. Yes, let's, you know, you may say, well, we're going to take care of some of these shipping lanes because we have a personal interest, because we want our stuff to go through, so we'll take care of it. Yeah, stuff like that. Hey, I got it. Okay. However, we don't need any bases in fucking Britain. We don't need any bases in fucking wherever in South in I was gonna say South Africa, but in Africa in general. We don't need any more bases in the Middle East and all that. You know, we still have AAA. I thought that place got closed down. No, AAA. Which is the Al Asad Air Base. I remember that place when I was leaving Iraq. Now, real nice place. Really thought it was Miami because they had the palm trees. Because that base, when we were still fighting in Iraq, when soldiers would transition out of Iraq, that would be a place for them so they can calm down for 1 to 2 weeks, generally about 2 weeks. So when they go home, they're not like, what's the word I want to use? Still amped up into the fighting. Okay? You know, so, and it was nice, don't get me wrong. You know, they had all kinds of things. They did have a small personnel there that was generally there to protect any troops that were coming out. Okay. Oh boy, I just realized I'm probably gonna die to this guy. So hold on, give me 1 second while I deal with this. Because I gotta switch over to another job. Assuming I don't fucking die to this guy. Oh man, am I getting fucked up? Okay, cool. Alright. Let me let me fucking switch over to Samurai for this one. I forgot. I need to be a couple more levels higher with the Reaper job. So, but anyway, so we have all these bases around, and triple, like I said, it was AAA because that was the nickname for it, which is short for Al Assad Air Base. So, like I said, again, it was a nice place where troops can wind down, when they're coming off from the battlefield. So this way they don't go home and they're still in that battlefield mentality, with their significant others, wives, husband, whoever they may be, girlfriends, boyfriends, children, it's not something you want to happen, with military personnel. So bases like that are still open. And they even were showing a map when Iran started attacking, doing attacks in Iraq. In Iraq alone, they show U.S. military bases. They showed at least 5 of them. Like I said, these are small places, but nonetheless, they're there. Which means if they're there, we have military personnel there, and this is unacceptable. It's like, look, we came, we saw, for the most part, we won, and then as we started to withdraw, everything fell apart. Okay, Iraq's gone, Afghanistan's gone. It's over. Stop wasting money in there. This whole idea of, we must spread democracy around. It's like, no. If your idea of spreading democracy is by forcing on the people, that's not really democracy. Okay? As you just putting in, puppets? Puppet governments? Whichever, for your own benefit. Okay? It's like, no, stop. Enough with this shit. Okay? But like I said, when other countries are sitting there, again, talking about, they sit there, it's like, well, we have all these nice programs, as I said before. It's only because of the generosity of the taxpayers of the United States of America that our sons and daughters are going out protecting other countries, directly or indirectly. Our resources are being used, and we're doing all this great fucking stuff. We don't get nothing in return. Actually, our country gets made fun of, saying, well, why can't you take care of all your citizens? Why can't you have these great government-funded healthcare systems and all that? And it's like, well, one, I don't want fucking government healthcare because that means then the government's in charge of my healthcare. Go fuck yourself, okay? I had to deal with the VA as it is. And trust me, it ain't that great. It's fine because I did my time. I fucking almost got killed for it. I was just like, I'll take the, and I don't really use it all that much. Yeah, the only thing I'll say is when it comes to when I say, hey, I need my medication and all that, yeah, they're pretty good at making sure I get my medication. A lot of it just has to do with asthma related. Some of it is pain medication. Okay, but you know how many times I walked in there? They're like, your appointment's at 3 o'clock. I get there for like 2:30. Oh. Come 3:30, 4 o'clock. Oh, hey, we can finally see you now. It's just like you wasted. So if I were to do a doctor's appointment for the VA, I have to take a day off from work because I literally could get delayed by up to 2 hours before you see me, and then you waste half my day. And there's no point in going to work at that. Okay, I mean, with the way how my work is right now, I might as well get all my VA appointments. I should try to just get all my VA appointments in now. But still, it's just, do you really want that type of control over your health care by a government who doesn't give a fuck about it? And the thing is, let's put some common sense into this, and this is something I argue with my wife. She says, well, I'm happy with the health care that she has in Canada. Okay. But she sat there, she's like, well, I hate the government. I don't trust the government at all. I was just like, then why would you want to expand the current government healthcare program that you have? They're like, oh, I get it for free. I said, well, no, it's not free. It's taxpayer funding. She's like, yes, well, I know that, but it's free at point of use. I was like, yeah, but that means then the government, since it's paid for by taxpayers, that means it's run by the government. And she's like, no, it's not. I was just like, it does not matter. Who does those doctors get paid by? She's like, well, eventually, they get paid by the government. And I'm just like, yeah. So you're going to trust the government with your healthcare? She's like, well, you kind of make a point. I was just like, as I explained to her, I was just like, okay, fine then. Government doesn't like you. So when your doctor is just like, hey, you go to your doctor and say, hey, by the way, the government just said for whatever reason and all that, they won't be paying for your health care, so I can't give it to you because I need to get paid. Really, that's all it is. Guess what? And they're like, well, and they say, well, government's not in charge of your health care. You have a private doctor or one who's not government, but as long as they got their fingers in there, even if they're like, hey, they're paying for it, which means they have control over your health care. Because remember, Obamacare, if you like your doctor, you keep your doctor. That didn't fucking happen, now did it? There were millions of people who lost their plans that they had, which means they had to go see different doctors. Okay, and then I remember part of Obamacare was they mandated 10 things that you have to have on your health care. Half of them didn't even relate towards. I remember for men, they had to pay for an item that's deals with females' health care. I think it was for like they had to pay something towards OBGYN. That's what I remember. Anybody who's actually more familiar with the inner workings, go ahead, chat it in. But you had to pay for stuff that you would never. And I'm not saying you may use one day. No. You will never use, because it was no way to be applicable to you. Okay? A man or a woman paying for a healthcare item that they'll never use. A man paying for OBGYN plan items, or a woman paying for a man's prostate examinations or whatever. I'm just using examples because I can't remember off the top of my head exactly. I mean, so you're paying for something you're never going to use, and then we all complain fucking healthcare price is through the roof. Under Bush, even though I fucking hate that guy, Junior, not Senior, though Senior was not any better. Okay, healthcare was nowhere near as bad. People were complaining like, oh, it was too expensive. It's fucking the prices have like, or what? Our expenses in America have like quadrupled since then, if not more. And this was the price of like, hey, people getting free healthcare, because if people are getting, and some people are getting taxpayer funded healthcare where they're not paying into it at all. Okay, that money's got to come from somewhere, which means some other person, man, woman, whatever, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. I don't give a fuck. Or somewhere paying exorbitant amount of money, and they're not getting nearly as much benefit out of it. I think it was for 4 people, family plan, parents, 2 children, they were paying thousands of dollars a month. They weren't getting anywhere near that kind of return. So it's like, where'd all that money go to? Well, that money is being diverted. Some of it is being diverted to other people. Other people who are going to get taxpayer funded, healthcare. At the end of the day, when you hear it's taxpayer funded, it means it's government funded. Okay? If the government, and like I said, I don't trust the government at all. If anybody doesn't know what it is, hey, I'm former Army, I did 8 years, and trust me, the government does not care for you at all. If you're of no use, they will chew you up and spit you out, and that's just the way it is. Okay, and you can take that concept if you decide to go into the military, cool, but as a civilian, it's unacceptable. Like I said, they just, in the heat of the night, the Senate, while everybody was still asleep, was like, hey, we're going to approve $95 billion to be sent to Israel, Taiwan, and Taiwan, and Ukraine. 95 billion. With a B. Okay? Our taxpayer funded money just And then, and my question is, I'd be asking these senators, and there was like 70 of them who voted for it and 29 against, and I think one abstained or wasn't there. I'm not entirely sure. And I'd be like, hey, where's this money coming from? Where are you going to get that money? Are you cutting back on this? Are you cutting back on that? Are you cutting back on military spending? Hey, if you want to spend $100 billion, cool. Take it out of the military. Oh, no, we can't do that. I guarantee you that'll be the response that I get. No, they're fine with... and if they say they're not doing any cutbacks, guess what that means? That means money printer go brrr. Yeah, they're just... It's called fiat currency. It's... Fiat currency, all is simply people having faith within the currency. There's nothing backing it. If people just know it's like, oh yeah, they will get paid and all that, then they have faith, which means they'll keep using it. As long as they keep using it, yeah, the fiat currency will stay stable, not necessarily strong, because the power, the value of our dollar has weakened over the last 100 years. Ever since Woodrow Wilson created the central bank. And then FDR, that little socialist prick, may he fucking rot in hell for all I care. He made both of them rot in hell. I think both of them were Democrats too. Definitely know FDR was. Not sure if Woodrow Wilson is, but no, I think Woodrow Wilson was a Democrat. Okay. But Woodrow Wilson, again, he created the central bank, which is what we have today. That's who the government borrows money from. Okay. And then FDR created Social Security, which has been an abomination and all that. And I'm sorry. I was just like, look, I feel bad for people who don't make a whole lot of money and then they when they go to retirement, they're like, well, I got to work until I'm 80 years old. Basically, I'm working until from cradle to the grave type deal. It's like, yeah, it sucks, dude. But guess what? We have to Social Security and also Medicare for the elderly. I think it's A and B. When Congress does its budget. Keep in mind, Congress has never had a balanced budget since Clinton. Okay, as much as I hate Clinton, I don't really like him and all that. He did okay. Okay, much better than Bush, much better than Obama, much better than Biden. I'm going to say, financially speaking, I would say probably better than Trump as far as balancing a budget. And that's all I'm going to say about that. As far as just balancing a budget. Because Trump opened up the floodgates. Where, maybe he was trying, he really wanted to care about the people and all that. It doesn't matter because, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Dude, and that's what it is. Trust me, And like I said, I'm going to vote for Trump. I know he's going to be the nominee. Okay, but, and it's just like, hold on one sec. Someone's trying to message me. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Bella. Yeah, I got your message. Okay, so, and fucking, I know my friend, she's coming on to do her YouTube channel here. Well, usually I have it on in the background and all that, but with the way how my audio is played right now, I think it's gonna be caught in the background. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll put on some headphones or something. I'll listen to it on my phone, but still, But right now, I'm on a good fucking rant. I mean, this is just how much I despise what the government is. Okay, the government. Like I said, so anyways, so when they do their budgets, and if you hear my voice kind of cut out a little bit, it's just because I have to talk directly into my microphone. If I talk over to the left or to the right, or if I back up a little bit, you'll actually hear it doesn't pick it up. I don't know why. It'll fucking pick up everything else clear, but my voice will sound kind of like hollowish. It's just, I don't know, it is what it is. And right now I'm standing up because I'm trying to walk in place. Get a little exercise in. Hey, exercise is good for the soul, in my opinion. And everybody should do what they think is best for their bodies. But anyway, so talking about the budget with Congress and all that. So when the government, specifically Congress, they're like, okay, all right, the president will submit a budget. Okay, however much it is. So when he submits that budget, a portion of it is considered mandatory spending. All right, mandatory spending would be things like Social Security, the Medicare A and B plan, and all the Medicare plans for the elderly and anybody else who qualify under it. That must be included in the budget. That's not including funding the government itself. So when they approve of this, and it's amazing. They always got to do these fucking omnibus bills, which, by the way, in my opinion, it's done on purpose. Okay, when they do so when they do the much, so right now, I believe Social Security accounts for between Medicare and Social Security accounts for roughly 50 to 55% of the budget alone, depending on how much they approve the budget for. Let me put it that way. But generally speaking, all right, and so that's mandatory spending. Now, the rest is called discretionary spending. Discretionary spending is, hey, what programs are we choosing to fund? Generally, what comes everything else that's not mandatory goes under discretionary. That would be funding the military, funding DHS, funding immigration, funding whatever. If it's not mandatory, it's considered then it's discretionary, and that's just and that's how it gets determined. The biggest discretionary spending is, well, if you haven't realized it, is the military. Okay, biggest one. Okay, and that chews up a lot with the rest, and there's really not a whole lot left. Okay, under the, and I think the last military, when they did the last budget, I think the military got like $850 billion. And it's just like, hey, look, I'm all for, powerful army, powerful military, but we have to be responsible with the spending, and a lot of that spending is being wasted in all these bases we have around the world. I guarantee you close down most of those bases, you close them all down except for the 4 that I just mentioned. I guarantee you, I bet you the budget would go, the military spending alone, I bet you'll save easily $100 billion. Easily. I'm almost positive on that. And it's probably more, because I have no idea what they have on these bases besides what I've seen. But when I was in, that was back, I left in 2016. So I have no idea what they have put on since then and over these 8 years. What kind of technology they're using. Okay. What kind of personnel they're using. So it's just like, I don't want the U.S. military to be doing this at all. So, and it's just unreal. It really is unreal anymore. And yet, the wisdom of Congress to just keep giving billions and billions of dollars to countries that, quite frankly, don't even like us. Okay, just it's like, can you be any more ridiculous thinking that we can just spend all this money thinking we'll make friends? You don't make friends. You just make you just people will look at you and be like, oh, you're the gullible fool who thinks you can just buy our loyalty, buy our friendship. Most don't care. They'll take your money and be like, huh, thank you. We'll try to kill you later with it. Okay? I mean, it's just fucking unreal. And like I say, hey, on top of it, I know I didn't mention this at the beginning. I am going to kind of keep this to a short stream today. We'll see how much longer I go for. So I'm going to take a quick break for just a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Let me get back over to the live screen. Awesome. All right, so anyways, so I'm going to get a little bit off of the downing with the government and all that. Other than I fucking despise the government. All right, they're not your friends. Government has no interest in wanting to take care of you. I mean, it shouldn't be their responsibility to take care of you. But I'm saying they'll be more than glad to say, we're taking your money and there's nothing you can do about it, and we're going to spend it how we want. And that is the attitude that they have given. So, but in other news, okay, so I'm going to switch over to a little more friendlier, more topic. If anybody's familiar with Final Fantasy XI, now I was talking about a couple streams ago where I was saying, with Final Fantasy XI, between Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV, I'm going to put my control down for a minute so I can talk about this. Okay, they are uniquely different games. Okay, now Final Fantasy XIV and XI, obviously they take a lot of the history of Final Fantasy series in general, and they have incorporated a lot of it into their stories and a lot of things they've done. Like I just did a battle here on Final Fantasy XIV where part of the storyline here in Endwalker has brought back Anima. Now, if no one's familiar with Anima, if you played Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure you gotta know who Anima is. But if you don't, the first time Anima, at least that I know of, okay, came back, made first appearance in Final Fantasy X, and actually I think since then it's been its only appearance up until now. Up until Endwalker came out. So Anima was first used in Final Fantasy X. Okay. By the way, great game. Okay. And in Final Fantasy X, Anima is used by one of the Maesters, and that Maester is Maester Seymour. Okay, who was a antagonist throughout most of Final Fantasy X. And just a quick background on Anima itself. Anima is a Aeon within Final Fantasy X. I'm not entirely sure how Anima is being used in Endwalker as I play through the game. I will find out. Okay, so Well, anyway, so in Final Fantasy X, the way how anima is used is that anima is an Aeon, and this particular Aeon is the manifestation of Seymour's mother. Now, Seymour is a hybrid. Basically, he's half Guado and half human. Okay, and he's a real fucking prick. Okay. So, where would... I'm not sure. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. Werewood's over here. Alright, so... Let me see if I find Werewood real quick. I know there's a spawn right here. So... Anyway, so... Going back to Final Fantasy X real quick. So that's where anima comes from. That I can remember. Okay, and then like in Final Fantasy XI, one of the expansions deals with the Crystal Warriors, and even Final Fantasy XIV has also brought that in as well. So it is really nice when Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV, which I say, hey, you know what? Go, I check them out. You can do Final Fantasy XIV. You know, you can do like the free demo, and I think you go up to like. I think they cap you at like level 30 or something. Okay, maybe it's level 20. Not entirely sure. But on Final Fantasy XI, you can go through Stream and pay for it. Oh, excuse me. Or you can find private servers that you can play for free. Now, these private servers, they do things a little bit different. Each individual private server, and there's the list you can find. I play on the Valhalla server. On the Valhalla server, you know, when you log in and you start playing it, it'll tell you. It'll say, hey, here's all the content that is available that they're willing to play up to. Like I said, so on Valhalla, they go up to the Wings of the Goddess expansion. And, you know, I'm not even worried about those last two. Let me go to Rakido. And so, where was I saying? So they go to the Wings of the Goddess. And something else that they do that's different is, now when they refer to the original game and all that, they'll say retail. And when you hear them say retail, they're basically as they're saying, oh, is this just like how Final Fantasy, the original version of it was? Okay, because in that particular server that I play on, experience is 2.5 times the normal. Every mob, regardless, drops skill. Because in the retail version, or the original version of Final Fantasy XI, the only ones who dropped skill was the Beastmen. Okay. Any other mobs like lizards, bats, goats. No, they don't have goats. Sheep, Dommels, which basically were giant-looking giraffes. Shit like that. They didn't drop guild. They dropped items. Well, Beastmen dropped items too. So, but in the Valhalla server, everything drops guild. And when they drop guild, it's at like 3 times the rate of what they normally would. I mean, but it also raises with a higher level mob will drop more guild. Okay. Which was really great, you know what? Because at first I was just like, you know, but you know, and speed is increased when you're walking around. Normally it's higher than retail, and I can't remember. And there was something else too, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. So, but the one thing, you know, so leveling solely by yourself, it's pretty difficult, you know, because it's slow and painful. And then I remembered, and I forgot about this. They actually have NPCs that can help you. So at level 5, so the first 5 levels, you're brand new. First 5 levels, you can't do anything. But when you hit level 5, you can go and unlock a quest that allows you to have an NPC that will come with you. Okay, which is really nice, which means you can kill things twice as fast. Now, see, you can do that in every nation, which means you start off in Windhurst, and then you can unlock that one. Then you can go to Bastok, you can unlock that one. So basically, you can do it in the first 3 starting nations, so you can have up to 3 NPCs with you. And now you know, it's still in the beginning of the game. You still got to be careful what mobs you get. But as you raise a little bit level, you get certain gear. You start opening up certain abilities. You can start taking on some much more difficult monsters. Monsters that are, you know, tough, very tough, and even incredibly tough, depending on how much higher level it is. Because if you check a monster and it says incredibly tough, that doesn't tell you what level it is. It just says it's just at least, I think incredibly tough is like up to, I think it means it's like 5 levels or more higher than you, or it might be 7. Okay, so if it's higher than that, and then it's just like, oh wait, we got a nice little battle going over here. Oh, change over to samurai. Oh, I can't. Fuck you. Going to samurai. Alright, drop it down to samurai. There we go. Let's do this. Oh boy, that was not good. He might actually kill me. Oh shit! Well, that sucked. That's the first time I've been seen against that guy. So we're gonna go right back to him. We're just gonna go right back to him. We're gonna continue this real quick. Probably kill my chocobo. So, but I at least want to get credit to. Hold on a sec. Now we're on an NM hunt. So, which NM is just short for Notorious Monster. Where is he? Yep, there he is. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna stay out of his range, and I'm just gonna use range attacks. Oh, no. I gotta get out of here. Oh, chest bump. Holy shit. Hey, Reaper, start fucking healing me, dude. Alright, I'm going to do it this way. Oh, chest bump. I can't survive him. I can't survive the chest bump. Oh, I wonder why it's not hitting. Oh, I can't survive the chest dumps. Damn. Oh, Reaper's down. Shit. Reaper, fucking heal me, dude. Oh, I can't survive the chest, huh? Ah, man. Well, at least I have him in there, so he's going to be. I'm just trying to stay out of range and. Oh, not again, chest dump. All right, so when he's done with his chest dump, I'll run in and I'll get off my special. All right, here we go. Special, special, special. Oh, fuck you! Now I'm fucking dying like crazy. This is fun, actually. I'm actually enjoying this. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna come back here. Oh, what am I thinking? Because it's gonna take him like another like 3 to 5 minutes to It's because I'm not in a party with other people, so I'm trying to do this kind of by myself. So I'm sure, like, if those other guys are like, hey, do you want to just come in a party, and they'll just start healing me, yeah, then I can stick in there and like fucking hit them. But like, damn, this guy is fucking ridiculous. So I'm just gonna stick back and just. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm gonna wait and see if one of them is gonna like fucking be nice, because I'm not in a party, so. Oh, they killed him. All right, cool. Yeah, see, there were so many people trying to beat this guy. Hey, I got something out of it, so I'm cool with that. So I mean that fucking hurt. I mean, that guy was no joke. You know, I'm surprised. I guess it must be a giant link shield going around killing these guys. But hey, I got something out of it. I got some nuts and poetics. God, nuts. What was I thinking? Okay, let me come up here. I'll do these guys real quick to salt my wounds a little bit, because like, holy shit, that fucking. I got killed like 4 times. Like, so for anybody who doesn't, this is what the NMs are like. Okay, that guy was no joke. But it was nice that I guess they would have kept raising me. I just like zoom out, just go back in, because if they raised me and then the guy did his chest stomp, he would have like kept killing me, and that would have really sucked. So. All right, so we're gonna go back to Reaper. Oh no, I already changed back over. Alright, cool. So anyway, so talking about Final Fantasy XI. So if you go play on the private servers and all that, there's going to be so much more things that they're going to do that the original version didn't do. Like I said, you get those NPCs and all that, you can start soloing anything. Just about anything in the game, except for like depending on certain bosses. You know, but you know, it's nice because they made it more solo friendly, like how Final Fantasy XIV is. And the beauty is like, you got a private server, it's free. It is 100% free. You don't need to pay for it. You don't need to, you know. So if you're not happy with the server, you can just go to a new server. Now, I think you can transfer over to a new server. However, you probably, if you're not, I'm not familiar with how they do that, so I'll end up just starting a new character, especially if it's real early, you know. So, I do know I'm going to go on for about another. Like I said, I'm keeping this real short because I had something that's just come up. So, actually, you know, I'm going to go ahead because I'm starting this out new with Twitter and all that, and so it's pretty cool that I'm starting to expand a little bit. I see there was kind of more people watching, and it's cool. And hey, if you watch this and you know you didn't you didn't say yeah, who's me and all that, I can just see the viewers and all that. Hey, it's cool. Hey, I appreciate that you came in and stopped by. I might stream later. I just don't know. But I will put up schedules, and I'm gonna make my schedule more because I know a lot of people. It's like, hey, yeah, as long as I know when you're going live and all that, they'll stop on in, which is cool. I mean, I got to be more consistent in my and when I'm doing my scheduling and all that. So, but I'm not working again tomorrow, and like I said, I'm really annoyed about that. So I will be streaming. I'm going to definitely stream a lot more tomorrow. It's just I had some random things come up and I wasn't sure, but definitely tomorrow we'll be streaming, and I'll put up the schedule for it. It'll probably be like around 1 p.m. So with that, hey, you like this stream? Hey, you felt interested? Hey, like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Hey, and I appreciate for everybody who is watching. And hey, you like what I'm doing? Hey, I'm glad that you're helping me be able to grow a little bit, little by little, and I appreciate it very much. Other than that, I will catch you all later. Like I said, if it's not tonight, it'll definitely be tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes with the rest of my night. And with that, enjoy your life, and you all take care.